Hey YouTube, what's going on? Welcome back to another video here at Truckin' Life, guys. So it's been a pretty crazy night. MuthaTrucker News had put out a video where there might be some beef between Bonehead Truckers and MuthaTrucker News, right? So he initially put out a video, and then Ike went live, and then MuthaTrucker went live, and it was kind of back and forth. So it's kind of like a whole bunch of stuff going on different videos or whatever. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to kind of compile it together and then kind of give you guys my thoughts on what might be going on. But let's go ahead and go to MuthaTrucker's video.
I've gotten about 25 emails and messages today saying, Ike is going for your throat. What's going on? I thought you guys were cool. And, how do you feel about him? So look, you don't have to get into this long video. All right. Every time I've seen Ike, Bonehead Truckers, right? For the ones that just know the show, I've been nothing but cool to this man. I mean, I would hope that I can say the same thing, that every interaction we've ever had was an awesome interaction, right? And so I've done nothing but try to help. If he has a awesome truck show that he's promoting something great, I did a shout out video for that, and so I'm just saying, like, I thought that we were so cool that anytime anyone say, Bonehead Truckers is going after you, Alex, I would say, that can't be true, because every time I talk to Ike, he's been nothing but cool to me, and I've been nothing but cool to him. So I defend that friendship there, right? Now then I start looking, and people start sending me posts, and it looks like, yeah, when I read it, it looks like a little bit like, yeah, there's something here, but I would say this, and Ike, call me anytime. But here's the thing. Every interaction we ever had has been awesome, has been positive, has been amazing. If people are even rumoring that, I am this guy that's the scam artist, I would hope that our friendship would be strong enough that you would just call me and say, hey, man, what's going on? Because I know that this isn't the truth, right? And so to put out posts, I don't know if it was just for the internet. And if it was, okay, I get it. I get it, right? And I hope that it did something for you if that was the truth. But
So as you guys can see right there, guys, Alex, MuthaTruckers is explaining kind of what's going on and kind of setting up the stage, of a message or whatever, I guess, that was put on X or whatever. Let me start off by saying, guys, that I actually like both of these channels. I've been watching MuthaTrucker News since he was the Asian Mai show, and Bonehead Truckers forever, even before I ever even started doing YouTube, which is 2 years now, right? And what I've kind of noticed from like a viewer's perspective, Alex is really kind of like the neutral type of guy, right? Like if he gets information on whatever, a trucking accident or whatever, right? To me, it seems like he's the type of guy that'll give an opportunity to both sides, right? Like maybe the truck driver that was in the accident, and then maybe like the other party side, from the other car or whatever, right? Or, depending on whatever kind of is going on, I kind of feel that he kind of gives each party like their space to be able to say what they need to say, right? Because at the end of the day, in a story, there's always two sides of a story, right? And Ike with Bonehead Truckers, he's kind of a little bit more aggressive and a little bit more direct and just straight to the point. I think he still kind of gives a fair share to people, but just keeping it real, man. From this again, this is just my personal opinion, right? Ike just says it the way it is. He's got something that we say, in Spanish, no tiene pelos en la lengua, means that there is no hair on the tongue, there's no filter. Like if he sees something going wrong, he just pretty much just says the way it is. You know what I mean?
To answer this question, Ike and I have no problems in my knowledge at all. Now, let's get into this Trucker's Paradise. I made a video about this a few days ago, but want to talk about this, about his comments to me. So I just want to answer him, right? And so here, a Bonehead Trucker says, this is called failed marketing and probably money management, but I will focus on the marketing side because that is my wheelhouse. I also agree that this is definitely his wheelhouse as far as marketing. MuthaTrucker News stated in a video that he bought Trucker's Paradise. Yes, I stated in a video that I bought Trucker's Paradise. What happened was these founders came up to me, know that I have a segment where I go to mom and pop truck stops and I celebrate and promote free truck parking, and any great amenities are out there. I mean, for people that watch my show, you guys know that's what I love doing, right? So the founders of Trucker's Paradise approached me and said, Alex, this could be a win-win. You believe in free truck parking. Well, we do too. So why don't you promote our establishment in Gainesville and basically just every time you're in town, let people know how great the free truck parking. And I mean, it's an outlet mall, people. Yeah, there was construction problems, there was other issues, right? A little bit of the cart before the horse type of thing, but it was such ample parking that I was just like, this is the coolest thing since sliced bread.
So as you guys can see, guys, this pretty much is what started the whole deal. Is that message that I guess Bonehead Truckers posted up on X or whatever? Then added Alex, interpreted it the way he interpreted, and then he made this video. But then later on today, which today is currently Sunday, Bonehead Truckers went live, and this is what he had to say.
Let me just be clear. I have no beef with Alex, MuthaTrucker News. You've heard me on here putting some shots in here and all that. Alex has been nothing but good to me, and I like to say I've been nothing but good to him. Have I thrown shots on here? Absolutely. And I will, and I meant everything that I say. And then today I made a post on X, and I meant every word that I said. I just stand on it, and I have no beef with him personally. So let me tell you about this truck stop. This truck stop used to be an outlet mall in Gainesville, Texas. Okay. I used to pass by it all the time. I just don't think that that's a great place for a truck stop right there, just for the fact that, a lot of drivers that's going to Dallas Fort Worth want to get as close as they can. And there's better options, but someone saw an opportunity there to say, hey, this is empty. Let's buy it or whatever. And let's make a truck stop out of it. They reached out to me, that company, when they were doing their grand opening, and they wanted me to go and broadcast from there. And let me just say, I don't work for free. Okay. I'm just sitting there saying I do this for a living, and promoting something I don't do for free most of the time. I do some of the time. Just depends, but I don't. So I just kind of just looked over it.
See, and what I just said right there, guys, that's something that I can kind of respect or whatever, because let's just keep it real, right? Everybody that's doing social media to some extent is doing it to be able to make some money, right? Like even me right now, like I'm doing videos in the hopes that I can eventually get to where these guys are at, and I can, monetize the channel to a point where it could sustain me to where I can do YouTube most of the, as a full-time job, the way they do it, right? Like it's no secret that social media, the hopes is to be able to do that. Now, that's just the only thing that they're doing it for? No, right? Ike has his reasons, and MuthaTrucker has his reasons. I'm gonna link down all the videos that I'm using. I'm gonna put them down in the description because I'm not playing the entire video. But Ike actually explains what's his mission in that life. Same thing with MuthaTrucker or whatever, right? But I mean, I can kind of respect them being bold about that, right? Like, you're not going to go and do anything for free.
And then I saw that Alex, MuthaTrucker News, had bought the truck stop. And I didn't even watch the video. I just saw the title thumbnail. He's pretty good at that. He's pretty good at the clickbait. And he'll come out and say it. He's pretty good at that kind of stuff, and he made you believe that he was a part owner. It's like, okay, good deal. Listen, I'm pushing for it, right? I actually called out that same place a few months ago because they had truck parking club there. For a while there, I thought that was going to be a truck parking club truck stop. Well, then they come out and they say this is a free parking and whatnot. Okay. I'm pulling for the dude, right? I'm pulling for the dude because he's nothing but pulled for me. And that's good. And then later it came out that, that drivers weren't, not drivers, the employees weren't getting paid. And I don't know. I thought of him as an owner, and I was sitting there thinking, well, shouldn't he be going all out and making sure that he get paid? And me not know it. Listen, I thought he was part owner. He put it in a video. He put it in the title of the video. Like,
Initially, when I saw that video as well, when his very first video when he was promoting Truckers Paradise, he did say that, right, that he had bought the truck stop. So I was over here thinking like, holy crap, man, like he must be doing pretty good to buy a pretty, because if you look at the video footage on that video, like he's showing the truck stop or whatever, and it's massive, right? You got a crap load of parking, promoting free parking. The inside of the store looked nice, like all that stuff cost a lot of money, right? So you would figure, you know, if you find out that the employees and stuff like that are not getting paid, and since he put out there that, he's the owner, right? That he had bought it. Well, I would be thinking like, well, that's kind of crappy, man, that you're not paying your employees, but there's more to the story. So let's take a look.
Yeah, he had control, at least some sort of control. And so I don't know. I just think that the marketing of that was wrong. I just think that, instead of going to other truck stops and other truck shows, I would say, hey, you want to come see MuthaTrucker? Come here to this truck stop and come see me. That's what I think, but that's just me, right? That's just my opinion. So that's why I made the X post that I did. That I guess he got his feelings hurt a little bit about it, and that's fine. I would have too. Let me just stand up for Alex on this. I will. First, let me plug in my computer before it yells at me. Sitting there juggling back and forth. There we go. Let me. This is where I sympathize with Alex. I'm gonna pull back the curtain a little bit. Tell you guys behind the scenes on this kind of YouTubing. This kind of YouTubing, when you're at this, especially him, he's a lot larger channel than I am. And but I'm still got a sizable channel. We have I want to say a target on our back. It's not really a target. People want to take advantage of YouTubers. And I'm not talking about you, the viewers. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about companies. I'm talking about people that want to invest. And for him, he's been very smart at that, right? That's how he's gotten into Big Rig Tees. That was huge for him. And I applaud him, support him in that. Love the guys at Big Rig Tees. I used to get their shirts all the time when I used to buy t-shirts, trucking t-shirts of other people's. I get theirs, and I would get Stay Loaded shirts. And that was before Alex was even there. But he's been really good and really smart. I have sponsors, RTS Courier Services, Blue Tiger, truckstop.com, TRC Freight, Retransport. And listen, it's just business. It's just business. I understand that sometimes people will come up to a big YouTuber and say, hey, I want this to get out here, and I will give you any kind of deal they'll get you to sign on. And I do believe in his situation. I got to turn on the fan because these heaters are hot, and I'm standing up. Come on. Oh, I unplugged it. Never mind. Too much stuff going on here. Anyway, squirrel. It's live, folks. This stuff I got to edit out. This is real. So I sympathize for him because he is this big YouTuber, and some people will take advantage of him. I've had people take advantage of my channel. I just have like sitting there saying, hey, I want to, I want to do business with you. The unique thing about him and I that we both are probably on the same level at, we are self-sustaining. We don't need sponsors. I don't need Blue Tiger. I don't need all these things. He doesn't need all those things. I do it because I believe in these things. I just do. Don't make much money. They just don't. We're self-sustained on our channels. We just are. He's got his brand. He's doing really well at it. I got my brand. I'm doing really well at mine. And hey, but we want to help out people, but we don't want to do it for free. Okay, that's just the way it is. And you offer us a situation, a business deal you take advantage of it if there is a possibility there. And I saw something in that truck stop just like he did. So I get it. He probably didn't know the owner, probably didn't know him that well, probably know him good enough to say, okay, we will, let's sign it on paper. And then I don't know. I don't know. But I just feel like part of me wants to just say that he was getting screwed on that situation.
So as I was on glued onto the TV, pretty much just watching the trucking drama unfold in front of my eyes, right? When Bonehead Truckers ended the live stream, I saw SoCal Trucker. He's another YouTuber. I'll put his information up on the screen right now and all the links to that live feed. And what did you know? MuthaTrucker joined in on the conversation, and I think he pretty much answers Ike's questioning right now behind all this stuff, and let's see if it clears it up.
So I'm gonna tell you how this happened with me. No, first off, BoneheadTruckers put out on X. I'm not on Twitter much, but my thing is a lot of truck drivers were saying, Alex, what's going on? What's going on? So I try to do what I can for trucker news. And if they're talking about me, definitely I need to respond too, right? So I go, are you and I cool? So here's the situation that happened with Truckers Paradise. So I do a segment where I go to all these truck stops, mom and pops, and I like to, share free truck parking. These guys come up to me and say, look, Alex, we love what you do. We got something awesome here. And I was like, what you guys got going on? They said, we got a whole outlet mall and we want to have free truck parking for all drivers. I was like, what? Word? That's crazy. So I was like, yeah, let me promote this. That's just my energy. That's what I like to do. If people ever watch my channel, that's my love. That's what I love doing. And then they said, Alex, we definitely want you to be a part of this, man. And we feel like your journey and our journey is the same. And for doing what you do, we want to give you equity ownership shares. I was like, dude, that is awesome. And they led me to believe like that I was in the trio with them. And so basically I said, look, I'm gonna keep it real with you guys. If the truck stop across the street or any truck stop wants to love on truckers, I'm gonna promote that truck stop. And they were like, Alex, look, we don't want to control you. We don't want an exclusive deal with you. Anytime that you're around the Gainesville area, let people know the truth that we got this big old spot and that we want to give free truck parking and we want to give you equity shares of this company, and make you an owner with us. So I was just proud, man. I was ecstatic. I was truly just like, man, what a win-win, man. I get to take care of my family and be a part of something special. And then I saw in the news came out that they weren't paying employees. So I went over there. I drove like 5 hours. I went to talk to them. And I was like, what the hell's going on? And they told their piece. The founder told his piece. I said, look, I've been promoting this place for free truck parking. And I've been proud to say that I'm a part of this. But if you guys can't pay employees and things like that, then that's something that I can't be a part of. Did I jump the gun? Yes. I mean, I'm gonna be real with you. I jumped the gun. I mean, were they verbally telling me like, "Yo, we want to give you a part of this because we believe in your passion and your dream with giving free truck parking with drivers. Everywhere else is trying to pay, and that's what that was. You know what I mean? And so, I just got a lot of messages, where people are just like, "Man, Ike is beefing with you," and I was like, every time I see Ike, he's cool. It's just like every time anyone talks about you, SoCal, it's a great conversation, man. You speak the truth, bro. So, people could believe it. People could not believe it. People say I'm a sellout. I want to bring this up too. People go, man, Alex, why you go to mega carriers and why you talk to them? I can say this from my heart. Nobody pays me to go to these places. I used to hate on the Swifts, the Knights, all of them. And I think that they need to do better for a lot of drivers themselves. But the truth is, I get a lot of drivers that go, Alex, man, we rock with you heavy. We would love you to come for a trucker appreciation week. So I don't let them pay me. I buy my own flight. They don't pay for nothing. And I go and I love on drivers. But then, people see things like that and they go, oh, look, Alex is a sellout. I am not going to lie here and say that social media isn't what pays me. It does. The advertisements, that's what pays me. That's how I make a living. But I'm proud to do it, and I'm proud to do it without it taking money from the truck drivers themselves. If I ever do a sponsorship, I always let people know that I do a sponsorship. I don't do them that much, but when I do, I let people know. But in this situation, yes, you know, they made me feel comfortable and made me feel like this was something real, something special.
So there you guys have it, guys. I showed you guys pretty much the interactions between MuthaTrucker and Bonehead Truckers, with this trucker paradise thing or whatever. I won't put up the messages that Alex is talking about or whatnot, but I can imagine that people would probably be thinking the same thing too, because that was initially my initial reaction, right? Like, what the heck, you know what I mean? Like, how can you be associated with that if you're part owner or whatever? But as you guys can clearly see on what Alex just explained here or whatever, that wasn't the case. To me, in my opinion, I kind of think that both of them are on good terms, as far as Bonehead Truckers and MuthaTruckers. I'll let you guys form your own opinions. Again, I'll say this again, guys. I don't have nothing against these channels. I like both channels. I think they do good for the trucking industry, trying to get things to be a little bit better or whatnot, right? I just found it a little bit interested, and I figured, you know what? I'm going to make a video about it. And see what people have to say about it for both channels, right? I don't really think that they're attacking each other or if they have any beef or anything. I think they kind of set both parties set their 2 cents about it, right? Ike explained how he felt about it, and he clearly said he doesn't have nothing against Alex, and same thing with Alex, right? He explained his side of the story or whatever. So I guess I'm trying to be neutral, right? And let both sides kind of speak their piece or whatever. But that's pretty much what I got for you guys today in this video, guys. I hope you guys enjoy it. MuthaTrucker or Bonehead Truckers, if you guys watched the video, I'm gonna tag you guys on it. Comment down below and tell me your thoughts about it. And any of you guys watching as well, tell me what you think about it. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Check out any other reactions that I have on my channel. I've done some more of them on Bonehead Truckers, on the like being the English proficiency and weight stations, and I just kind of gave my 2 cents. And I think I might have done MuthaTruckers before. I'm pretty sure I have. I think I've tagged them before on a couple of videos or whatever. But anyhow, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the content. We'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace out.
Like, share, and subscribe.